everything fertility for the next hour. Dr. Rob Kilt, CNY Fertility Centers. Thank you for joining, talking about answering your questions and just sharing ideas to improve your ability to conceive, get pregnant, stay pregnant. And yes, I'm the keto carnivore guy also, but I really focus on ways between faith and fertile fatty foods to get to the fittest place you can be so you can get pregnant naturally or improve your odds with assisted reproduction. Good morning, Shamna. Good morning. Again, everything fertility for the next hour. But if you throw in a little keto carnivore stuff, but if you haven't checked out the new CNY fertility guide, it's online. It's actually a different cover than this, but this is the only one I had today. But check out the CNY Fertility Family Building Guide. MTHFR. What's the question? Can carnivore help with MTHFR and getting pregnant? Absolutely, Britt. Basically, MTHFR, methyl tetrahydrofolate reductase, it's a deficiency in the enzyme converting homocysteine. If you have high homocysteine levels, something's not working right. But mostly it's just an indication of inflammation. That's what I found more than anything. That's why the keto guide or the new carnivore guide is so helpful. But keto carnivore, one meal a day, and I'll give you one or two snacks. That's okay. Singles, single speed fat. Awesome. From where are you from? Okay, I missed it. It's going so fast. Yay, Brittany, again, Vanda, blessings, Guadalajara, Mexico, Montse, Kane, baby, awesome. Good morning to everyone. Thanks for joining. It's snowing here the first time this season. Jessica Schultz. Well, it's dreary out, but it's beautiful out, right? Thank you, Miss Bate. Awesome. Love you. Sending love to everyone. An amazing team. A baby in your arms, 10 months. We all need to share all the stories, right? The easy, the hard, the sad, the happiness, the joy. There's a lot of frustration in this fertility business, and we know you're suffering. We're doing everything we can every single day in every way to bring that joy one way or another. Perfect 10-month-old, nice. Seeing an immunologist and on metformin, tacrolimus for the next month. Any suggestions? Yes. Look at, again, the family building guide. We have our list of immune treatments in the family building guide. And look at, you might want to do Prejmune testing if you want, but level 4, we do reproductive immunology all day long. Level 4, IVIG or Humira, really focus on carnivore. It's the top level. Keto helps, but not enough. Love your message and help me. God bless you. Thank you. Metformin and tacrolimus for the next. Make sure for the TAC, it's 1 milligram twice a day. I recommend 10 to 20 milligrams of prednisone twice a day. Lovenox 30 to 40 twice a day. And don't forget to add the Neupogen intrauterine and sub-Q. And for those that have diminished ovarian reserve, think about and ask about PRP, ovarian rejuvenation and uterine rejuvenation. It can be helpful to reduce inflammation. But number one, Kiltz always talks about keto and carnivore. Very important. Let's see. CM1 nurse yesterday said you can do daily HCG injections after transfer. Protocol. It's part of the immune protocol, 250 micrograms a day or units a day, and it really helps. So it's a quarter cc of a 10,000 vial mixed in 10 cc's. I call it part of our RPL protocol to reduce miscarriage. I think it works really wonders. Thank you. Mute on the floor. Mud on the floor? Mute. Let's see. Immunologist, great. We do immunology, Bethany. Absolutely. And again, we work with Prejmune testing. We'll do all the immune testing, whatever you'd like. Failed retrieval. What can I do to better prepare for the next? I know change meds protocol, but what else? You're 41 years young, Tiffany. Number 1 month to 2 months, even as long as 3 months of doing esterase prometrium and also human growth hormone omnitrope. Add some DHEA, 25, 50 milligrams. It works great. And don't forget keto carnivore. Again, reduce inflammation. And then potentially a laparoscopy for endometriosis. I think that works really well for many women. And let's see, add Neupogen to your stimulation. And I do a lot of low dose protocols, 10, 200, and 20, 10 letrozole, 200 gonal, 20 of HCG, and 6 of human growth. And don't forget PRP, intrauterine and or intraovarian injections. And I just was getting a recent article adding a little bit of gonadotropins may help, but I still haven't finished the article and I got to get back to it. Stephen Thexton, making 60-40 hamburger for ribeye and trimming from the butcher. Is this? Yes, it's great. I recommend a 1-to-1 at least, but if you can go a little bit more, that's great. More fat, less protein. More fat, less protein, little to no carbohydrates. That's the very best way for sure. Let's see. Good morning, Raven. How you doing? Hard time lining, added patches, estrace, vaginal, Viagra, now trying gonal and menopause on Monday. And another thing is think about PRP and Neupogen washes. Start early, even monthly may be helpful in that. PRP, Neupogen washes, and also think about the antimicrobial protocol, Levaquin, Flagyl, Valtrex, and Diflucan. I think it really is very helpful. And yes to the daily HCG. Your site is the blue pill good for on your site is the blue pill. The Viagra pill can help. I personally think we should be adding more Viagra, maybe 25 to 50, 25 milligrams twice to 3 times a day for just increasing blood flow and implantation. And this is where acupuncture and massage and meditation come in. Reduce inflammation, slow it down. But yes, Viagra can be very helpful. Protein after egg retrieval before. What do you prefer for protein after egg retrieval before FET? Well, ribeye steak. That's what Kiltz eats every day is a fatty ribeye steak. And don't forget, I'm right here with you. Sorry I stepped out. But fatty steak and add some butter. Listen, a 1-to-1 is really critical. You want to add more fat to your nutrition. It really helps. See, the cholesterol is critical for your egg development, and we're not eating enough fat. You need to eat the fat to help the cholesterol in your body so it can supply your eggs with enough cholesterol to make all the proper hormones. All right, Far Texas, Ramos. Let's see. Good morning, sunshine from South Texas, Rio Grande. Carbohydrates, 0. High fat, medium to low protein, 0 to no. 0 to no. Are those close enough, right? Get rid of them, right? Get rid of them. Raven again, making 60. Giannis, 80-20, the best ratio. Absolutely. 80% fat, calories, right? So if you do a 1-to-1, you're getting about 8 to 9 calories per gram of fat compared to a 4 calories per gram of protein. So that's a good way to do it. But again, a little up and up and up a little bit. It's always good. 32 years young, 3 retrievals, 9 embryos, over 5 transfers, 2 chemicals, carnivore ERA, LAP, immune 3, look at immune 4, at IVIG, out of embryos. Should I try donor eggs or a gestational carrier or look at IVIG? We really need to be using more IVIG. I think we're not using enough of it. So ask the nurse for IVIG. Hold on one second. 50. I'm still working, so I have to take care of doctor text messages. All right. Would using gonadotropins during IUI increase my chances? Supposedly it doesn't increase them significantly, but in some people, especially with low AMHs or over 40, the gonadotropin add-on can be helpful. I do a lot of lower dose protocols, letrozole 10, gonal F 200 or Follistim 200, and HCG 20. Both of those work really nicely. And then you might want to add a little bit of Omnitrope, and don't forget the Immune 3 protocol. Weekly lipids, Lovenox, aspirin, Plaquenil, prednisone, to name a few. But listen, some people can't tolerate some of those, and some people don't want to. But what I found is inflammation is the leading cause of all of our problems. Ovarian PRP, Tiffany. So take a look at that. Ventura, California. Love Ventura. I'm from Silver Lake, Los Angeles. Used to go up to Ventura all the time. Let's see. The one with silly thoughts. All of us, right? Blessings to all. Thank you for joining. Prefer for protein after. Oh, don't forget eggs and fatty meat, 1-to-1 at least. 1-to-1 at least. Determine if your egg quality is poor if you have not had a cycle other than egg-related statistics. Let's see. Is there a way? AMH helps, FSH helps, age helps, but I've seen low AMHs make beautiful babies and high AMHs not. So what you want to ask the question is, what can I do to change what goes in this beautiful body, that beautiful body, to improve your odds of successful pregnancy naturally, both the sperm source, the egg source, the embryo environment, and then the implantation environment. You want to do all those things. So don't forget to check out on Amazon and also our website, the CNY Fertility Family Building Guide. Check it out. Let's see. Santiago, good morning. In 40, my transfer, it's tomorrow, and I'm used intralipids, wash, embryo glue. How much do you think could be the percent of sticky? Well, I always say 100%. I start with 100% and whittle down from there. And again, you have to have faith it's working the way it's meant to. That's the tough part. Consult 1216 to switch from private place. I'm nervous but excited. Been a 7-year battle. Christina, never, ever, 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 ever give up, but always give it up because God's in control of all of this. That's the crazy part of the story. But go to my website, drkiltz.com or CNY Fertility, and you can get copies of both the keto and the family building guide. A great place to start. But watch my lives, my recordings, listen and watch my podcasts. We're really working to put a lot of great content out there to inspire you to change it up. And I've seen plenty of spontaneous pregnancies, years and years of failure, bingo success. Desogen injections, yes, Del estrogen. We use the injection, the patch, the vaginal oral pills, all of those work nicely. Get pregnant before your consult, but have a history of miscarriage. Call us right away, Rochelle. If you have a history of miscarriage and you get pregnant, or even if you haven't been pregnant before and you're waiting for a consult, call us right away. It may be worth going on the immune 2, 3, or 4 protocol, depending on your history. And when you're pregnant, I want you to stay as keto carnivore as you can. And you need to check out our Keto for Fertility cookbook with Miss Maria Emmerich, the queen of keto carnivore. Amazing, really great information there. But we also have the Fertile Feast. The Fertile Feast book is another good read that I think can be helpful. Back, Simo. Let's see. Anzu, good morning and blessings to everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. You are going to lead this. All of us are leading every day, right? Sean, 68, my friend. How's it going? We're sharing everything fertility today. It's the hour of fertility power. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, and 1 meal a day, and salt. Lots more salt than we're using. It's really critical and important for all of us to care for the Ferraris, all of us, male, female, whatever your gender description is. We are the temples, the Ferrari, the most expensive, valuable thing. And what you want to do is look to ways that you can improve your fertile life. And you have to have faith, positivity all the way. And you need to imagine, I am a mom, I am a dad, I am a parent, and I am fertile. That's critical in life, right? Awesome. Hey, Stacy Lynn, I got pregnant first time, 46 miscarried. Doc said not to try again because my age and hypertension is mine. Listen, come on. Listen, doctors don't know very much, but to say, oh, you better not try because you're going to fail, does that make any sense? Do or do not, there be no failure. Don't forget, you got to do it, right? But you want to get carnivore, keto at least, but carnivore is the home run to make the really big change. I think it's really important for all of us. And stay keto carnivore when you're pregnant. Don't change it. And if you want to give me a call, Stacy Lynn, you're welcome to do that. But again, your eggs, donor eggs, donor embryos, adoption, or happy the way you are, foster care, all of these are possible, but never give up. Have faith. See that which you wish it to be as if it is, and it shall be that or better every day, right? PCOS, vitamins should I be adding? Look at some people do metformin. Look at ovarian bloom. Look at our inositol on molecular fertility, and I think those are really great starts. Our peak prenatal for women and the male prenatal for men. Those are helpful. And carnivore. That's it. And some people will add a little extra CoQ10. This is where the ovarian bloom comes in, an extra vitamin D, and that's an NAC. All of those are good additions. Thank you. It's Catherine. We need to be positive, right? Listen, when you're down in the dumps and you're feeling negative, what do you want to do? Nothing, right? Our brain, I like to watch inspiring shows that are going to elevate. That's why I watch Baker, Bella, Barry, Chafee, and I love to listen and watch you also. That's what we're learning together. Raw cheese not included, carbohydrates there, okay, but I'm not a big fan of too much cheese. I do a little bit of blue cheese with my butter. Butter's better. People who need to take medication daily but want to fast for 24 hours, you might find that the fasting means you don't need the medications, but you can still take your medications with a sip of water, tea, coffee, less, but you can still take them. But you're going to find out as the more you're fasting, 2-day fast once a week, a 3-day fast once a month, and a 5-day fast once a year. We're working for the January fast, and then the meetup in Syracuse, the 28th of January. My pleasure, by the way. All right, let's see. And again, I'm not a big metformin fan, but the more you go, the best supplement for the PCOS patients is steak. Best supplement. And look at our nutritional solutions organ meats. That can be very helpful also. Let's see. Chumber 171. Thank you. Need to take medication. Ashley Lynn calling me last week. You have absolutely given hope always, Ashley Lynn. We have to have hope, even when it's the darkest dark. Remember, that's the moment before the dawn. The sun is going to come up. It's going to share with you. But we all get down and depressed. We all have challenges and problems because we're human beings. And you cannot give up, or you want to always give it up. Give it up to God, right? Colorado Springs, transfer, Sarah, awesome. Brandis and Dr. Fink are doing an awesome, amazing job. And just tell the team how great they are. We're finishing up on some more, on continuing renovations, doing a great job. 35 is Jesse, too old to have a baby naturally. Plenty. Oh, my God. 35 is young, right? And I am having a baby. I am a mom, a dad. Keep the positive energy vibrating, right? That's what you want to do. More and more of that builds more and more success. Thanks for the questions. Sometimes it's a little hard to get to all of them, and I apologize. FX4Den, thank you. Let's see. Elda Plug. All right. Ketovore forever. Ketovores or carnivores. I'm in the hour of fertility, 10 o'clock, the fertile fireside chat. I moved upstairs out of the basement, and it's another beautiful day in paradise and challenges we have. And on this fertility journey, if you're healthy but infertile, there's something going on that's not healthy in your body. That's what we're working to change, right? Change it up. Why, Graham? Let's see. I'm great, Ronnie Lenka. I am PCOS diagnosed. The best diagnosis, I think, is clinical for PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, metabolic syndrome, prediabetes. It really is. You have polycystic ovaries, you have irregular cycles, and that's the most common one that I find. Some people may have an elevated hemoglobin A1C or elevated AMH above 4 to 5, but it really is a clinical diagnosis more than anything. Irregular cycles, miscarriages, infertility, go along with it. About 50% of women may be overweight, but 50% are not. So it's not sort of like, wow, there's fat and thin PCOS. Why some and not others? I don't know for sure. Not a big metformin fan. It has a lot of side effects for sure. And I'd rather you do keto carnivore and go to one meal a day and add the butter. Eat the butter, a stick of butter a day. That's what Bella and I think it's Dr. Bright. We're going to be doing an interview with Dr. Bright. All right. I'm dealing with some mighty virus that's got me down over the last few days, but I'm fighting back, and I'm taking my tea, and I do a little tea and honey when I'm not well. And I'm feeling great, and I also a little bit of butter and bone broth, lots of bone broth. 35 is young, absolutely. Marcos, how you doing? Inflammation is the body's healing response. You're right, but because we're exposed to chronic inflammatory particles, the inflammation never has a time to rest, and it needs to rest. That's why fasting, number one, eat fatty, that suppresses inflammation. Have you ever noticed that butter never molds? Because fat, when you eat it, suppresses inflammation in the bowels. That's so critical and important. So it's kind of a crazy concept, but inflammation is the body's reaction to sugar, plant chemicals, plant antigens, fermentation in your bowels of the microbes having fun with the plants you're eating, and then excessive exercise, right? Just, slow it down. Do a little of this, Tai Chi, yoga, meditation, light weights, right? Do the light weights. That's key every day. All right. A little bit metformin. I do 500 to 750 extended release. I think that's okay. Let's see. Jessica, Chris, fertility doctor told me he would help me with IVF until I lost. Help me IVF until I lost at least 100 pounds. So discouraging. And then I found CNY. I'm waiting for a consult, looking for finally getting help. Jessica, listen, there's no evidence that being overweight is the cause of your problems. It's eating carbohydrates. That means it's eating plants. And as it turns out, and I showed this morning, but basically plants are deadly. They contain estrogen and progesterone, both the birth control pill and the abortion pill. Don't eat the plants. That's really the single most common cause in my opinion. But listen, when you do keto carnivore, you're going to lose some pounds, but don't freak out about it. And again, I never tell anyone to lose weight. And don't get those surgeries to lose the weight, because it comes back. It does. Sorry. That's the challenge. Much needed we did. Yes. How's it looking, Sarah? It's looking much better, right? And if you have some ideas, hey, Dr. Kiltz, well, what about this? So we're getting there. So, but the team is just so patient with Kiltz's craziness. Let's see. All right. If you're doing a natural FET cycle, have regular cycles, ovulation, no known issues, is there a good reason to still do the HCG trigger? You can just track your ovulation. We don't do transfers on Sundays. And the Colorado office right now, because we're finishing renovations and staffing we're building, our slots are a little bit less. So I'm working on that right now. Best tips for implantation success. Look at the family building guide and look at PRP, HCG Neupogen washes, HCG Neupogen boosters. Look at weekly lipids. I like the fish oil lipids, but most of all, eat butter. And this is where I think Prograf, Neupogen, maybe Plaquenil. I use it less because it has sort of a lot of skin reactions for people. They don't like it. Let's see. Prednisone, I like to go to the 10 twice a day, 15 twice a day, and Lovenox 30 to 40 milligrams a day. It's a better dosing for helping with implantation. And endometrial scratch could be helpful. ERA, Emma, Alice, receptiva, and laparoscopy, hysteroscopy. All those things can help improve implantation. Let's see. Premom app is amazing for tracking your LH. Yeah, and again, LH levels, mapping them out. So again, what is called Premom app. We'll take a look at that. There's so many apps out there, but again, it's the trigger shot can be done a day or two prior to that surge, which may help you get in for that transfer a little more timing. So. Is there good reason still? Yeah, add the. I think it's still good, but it's not necessary. Let's see. Isabella. Let's see. Isabella Zalde Jimenez. I think I got it from San Antonio. Let's see. Operation Baby. Never, ever, ever give up, my friends. Never give up. What's too old to conceive? I said when you're dead. But I don't know that answer for just across the board. Zero normal embryos. Finley, embryo biopsy is not accurate enough to throw an embryo out. I've seen so many normal babies from abnormal embryos. That's really the trick, I think, more than anything. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining. There's so many questions here, just getting them to them. Let's see. Modified natural cycle, talking about trying it with gonal menopur if we can't get my lining. Well, just follow a natural cycle and see what your lining looks like. Ask them about some Neupogen, HCG, PRP washes, and don't forget the sub-Q Neupogen, and maybe try the Viagra to increase blood flow. That's another do there. Bone on reptile steak. Yeah, I do ribeye. Supplements suggested for transfer. First transfer in February. I'm already doing carnivore and fasting. Look at our nutritional solutions and molecular fertility. We also have our ovarian bloom can be helpful. So all of those. And then for some people, the Omnitrope might be helpful to help with implantation also. Neupogen washes, PRP, HCG washes can help. And vitamin D, NAC, and also, let's see, CoQ10. Those are all good. Light therapy. Yes, Jenny, absolutely. Red light therapy can be very helpful. Acupuncture, massage, prayer, meditation. We're now doing in-house acupuncture in Colorado Springs. Excited about that. Stay carnivore when you're pregnant and beyond, by the way. Let's see. Let's say kindness for all of us. We all need to bring that to the table. PRP, intrauterine, intraovarian, ovarian uterine rejuvenation. Those things may be helpful. And it may be weekly for the intrauterine and monthly for the intraovarian. Let's see. Chicken broth for taking meds in the morning doesn't take you out of ketosis. No, don't worry about that going out of ketosis, in my opinion. Yeah, a little chicken broth. Make sure it's just got a salt in it. I've got some really great. Let me see if I've got some. I made some really great chicken broth yesterday, and I heated up a little bit, and it's so good. Add a little extra salt. More salt is critical in our lives. You know, salt is that fertility spice, right? It's the angel dust for baby dust, right? Immune Protocol 3 last transfer with Neupogen and Lovenox. Make sure you're doing 60 of Neupogen, Lovenox 30 to 40 twice a day, prednisone 10 to 15 twice a day, and you might add the IVIG or the Humira, and that can be helpful also. Fasting is a miracle medicine. Empty gut, full life. Fasting is lasting. See, the microbiome is having a heyday because you're feeding it a lot of sugar. You want to stop feeding it, and basically the microbes will go down, the glycobiome will be protected, and the inflammation will be reduced tremendously. But yeah, fasting is lasting. That's why Kiltz's baby's way is bacon, eggs, butter, beef, intermittently feasting. That's 23 and 1 meal a day. That's it. Kiltz's ice cream from time to time, and don't forget the salt. And I did a chicken broth. I'm going to make a little beef broth next. What should you see at a 5-week, 5 days? A sac, you may not see a fetal pole or a heartbeat yet, but at least a sac. Keep doing, don't give up in this, all right? My pleasure to everyone, by the way. Pleasure to everyone. Thank you for stopping in, hanging out on your day trip. You might be, we're on Spotify now. We're working to talk about the fertility lifeline and why you got to think fertile. You got to look at the ways to improve your fertility. PCOS, metabolic syndrome, prediabetes, endometriosis, uterine fibroids, scar tissue, all related to a plant-based low animal fat diet. That's it. And guys, you're trashing your sperm. Morphology is going down. Sperm DNA fragmentation, inflammation is going way up because you're exercising too much. You're heating up your testicles. You're frying your sperm, frying your eggs. And the game changer is fatty meat. That's it. PCOS, it's just Lana. Let's see, at PCOS, will this be a concern when it comes to my transfer? I'm doing reciprocal IVF through. It should not be, but again, metabolic syndrome, PCOS, prediabetes, endometriosis, uterine fibroids, they're all inflammatory due to a plant-based low animal fat diet. Patterson, good morning to the CNY Fertile family. And globally, so many great fertility practitioners, nutritionists, acupuncturists, massage therapists, coaches, cheerleaders, psychologists, psychiatrists, MDs, DOs, NPs, PAs. All of us are working together to bring together the best ways to improve your fertile life. That's it, right? Let's see. Let me get this here. I got to spark up my screen. Protocol 3. All right. Ashley, again, can you do HCG wash or scratch with a fresh transfer? Yes, you have to do the scratch prior, just when you start the cycle. The wash can be done with the retrieval or just after for sure. All right. Sarah Wise. Hi there. 2 transfers, 3 tested embryos, no implantation. I have Hashimoto's elevated TPOs, thyroid peroxidase antibodies. AMH is 7.5. That's great. PCOS, yes. Metabolic syndrome, prediabetes, yes. Retrieval, February 23. Plaquenil and suppository and supplements. Improve egg maturity. Try the ovarian PRP. Omnitrope. Estrase prometrium for maybe 2 to 3 months. I think that can help. TSH, you might try Armour Thyroid or Cytomel to add a little bit of the T3. That might be something to consider for the thyroid problems for sure. And you're going to get there. And a laparoscopy for endo, hysteroscopy to clean things out. Taking meds, we already got that. Yes, I think that's good. Supplements, ovarian bloom, molecular fertility, and nutritional solutions. All right. I'm passing around. All right. Due to see a 5-week, we got that. HCG washes. Jessica, thank you. Sorry. Double espresso coffee make you infertile as a man. Too much coffee is not good, but if you're going to have a little bit of coffee, add a little bit more of the butter. You got to add the butter. The bacon, eggs, butter, beef. Have a spoonful of butter several times a day. Reduces inflammation in the bowels. Reduces inflammation everywhere. Do less cardio, do more weights. More resistance work, less cardio. But have you had your sperm test? Quantity, quality, morphology, swimmers. Those are all the things that you want to look at. But again, what I've found, carnivore, keto, 1 meal a day, that's the very best way. A snack or 2, but make it steak, right? That's it. Strict carnivore diet, take the change. It takes about a month You want to knock out those microbiomes. I'm telling you, you want to protect the glycobiome, which is the Teflon sugar shield of your body. That's it. It takes about a month or two, 9 months of pantoprazole. Stick about a day. Absolutely. Bella and Dr. Bright. Biking has a negative effect on testicles. Yes, it does, because what are you sitting on, right? That's why you want that slit to preserve it. But also, you're wearing the shorts, like I wear my bike shorts all over the house that, push the testicles to the body. Naturally, they're supposed to hang out there in the breeze and to cool them down, right? Doctor, what is autoimmune protocol? When do you take it? Well, if you go to the family building guide, the new one's out, and you look on one of my pages here, I think it's 70 something, and look at the immune protocols that I think are helpful: prednisone, aspirin, LDN, Lovenox, Prograf, Plaquenil, I think I mentioned, weekly lipids. All of those things reduce inflammation that are I think, part of the critical cause of all disease and infertility and miscarriages. Absolutely. So look at those. I recommend some form of immune protocol for everyone going through our fertility treatments. Morphology 0. Get off the bike. A bike is not natural to humans, right? We invented it not that long ago, right? You can still do butter, Christine, with no gallbladder, because you're still making the bile. See, the gallbladders are all removed because you're not eating fat. You're eating plant oils and you're eating plants. Basically deadly. Concern when it comes to my transfer. I'm doing reciprocal. No, you should be good on that. Let's make sure I get it. Prenatal gummies bad. Yes. What's in a prenatal gummy? I've been told that the sugar in them can cause, all sugar of any significance or frequency is not good for us, right? I got my new snowboard. I'm excited about going out snowboarding. I got my new Burton board, new Burton click-on boots and binding. But yeah, you can. Carnivore change migraine. Oh my God, Jessica, I used to have migraines all the time. Carnivore eliminated them. See, keto is, I call it pedestrian. It's for the masses. The master class is carnivore. That it'll go away for sure. For sure. High cholesterol. Cholesterol is a fake disorder. It's not true. And look at the clot thickens, lipid lunacy, and I've got one more, I think, here. There we go. Fat and cholesterol doesn't cause heart disease. These are all on Dr. Kiltz, but basically, cholesterol is critical important for our health and wellness, our fertility. We're not eating fat. That is effing us up. I know it's kind of crazy, but none of those gummies. Get rid of them, right? And if you actually, there are some powder supplements, but the prenatal vitamins, I know they're too big of tablets. But look at if you eat the fatty meat in the liver, you probably don't need any of it. But if you eat the plants, they're going to chelate and steal all of that, right? PCOS is an inflammatory condition, high sugar environment. It can damage your eggs for sure. Chuck steak, add the fat. That's the most important thing. I personally love the ribeye steak. Oh my God, it is like radically amazing. I cut it up, I dry it in my fridge, and then I cut up in smaller pieces and kind of let it dry as like beef jerky, but no soaking in anything, just salt. But sugar's bad for all of us. And remember, lettuce is a sugar. That's it. But chuck steak is okay. I'm still on call, and so I get all these text messages. Let's see. All right. All right. No surgery, no hospital calls yet. So I'm good. Chuck steak is great. PCOS is metabolic pre-diabetic condition. It damages everything: sperm, eggs, embryos, brain. Steroids can help lower cholesterol, but you don't want to lower your cholesterol Forget it. Don't do it. It's deadly. You see, you've been told that lowering your cholesterol is good. It's not. The cause of disease is a plant-based diet, and plant oils are deadly. That's it. And cholesterol does not cause heart disease. Sugar does. Sorry, I know. HCG washes. Yeah, you can add HCG, PRP washes, HCG boosters, Immune 3, 10 of prednisone twice a day, 30 of Lovenox twice a day, and weekly lipids. Not bruise. I think ice it up, then inject it. But the nurses know a little bit better than kilts on that one. Burgers are okay. I brought out my Snake River burgers. Yes, burgers and butter. Burgers and butter are better. And I think Kelly Hogan loves burgers. And I think also Amy Purin, but change it up. But I do pretty much my ribeye steak every single day, right? Burgers are okay. Suggest HCG wash, first transfer. Yes, do it. Prednisone gave me my dad diabetes. No, he didn't. That didn't give your dad diabetes. He was already diabetic, pre-diabetic. It just pushed him over the edge. You're only needing the steroids because you're inflamed from a plant-based diet. Eliminate the plants. Game changer for all of us at every gender, age, weight, size, everything. Let's see. Stomach biome to get back on. How long would it take? About 30 days to get the biome back. You want to do fasting? I do 23 and 1 meal a day. Sundays, I sometimes will feast a little more. IVF strength, yes. HCG washes. Orlissa to suppress grade 1-2 endo months before. My Fembria is 1, Orlissa 2, Letrozole 3. If you haven't had the laparoscopy, get it done. Orlissa. I'm also using Orlissa 200 milligrams twice a day instead of Cetrotide or Ganirelix to prevent ovulation either before IVF stem or before a frozen transfer when you're on estrase. If you're on Letrozole, you can't take it early on, so you got to be careful about that. So what's your success rate at PCOS? 34-year-old, young, miscarriage, first IVF cycle, 100% success. Look at, always imagine it as if it is. No one knows your individual success. No one does. There's a cohort, let's just say 40% delivery rate. Don't give up. That's the most important thing. And change your diet and go to Kiltz's baby's way, right? Sugar in them can cause inflammation. Can antidepressants affect egg quality? Well, inflammation makes you depressed, and the antidepressants probably don't help, but they might help a little bit. I don't think they, again, that's a tough one. I don't know that actual answer, but anti-inflammatories are critical, and plants are the predators, and they're the depressive drug. That's why heroin, cocaine, marijuana, nicotine, caffeine, alcohol, all plant products, which are deadly for humans, right? Ground beef is very nutritious. Absolutely. And just go get the chuck, get the cheapest meat and add fat. Get the bone marrow and the bones. Ask your butcher. They'll give you as much fat as you want. Cheap. Okay? And whether it's grain-fed or grass-fed, it doesn't matter that much. Come on. We're trying to take care of everyone, right? Sun gazing is great. Grounding. Yes, you got to get out. You got to get out. Let's see if I can get this out. Barefoot. Get out in the grass, right? Even in the snow a little bit. Water with vitamins. Absolutely. Okay. You can eat them down, chew them down, get them down. Do you need to eat food? No. Not with your, I don't know where they come up with this, but absolutely. We're depressed because we're eating plants. All right. How long will it take my digestive issues to correct themselves on carnivore? 4 weeks. And once they're corrected, stay that way. Siki, let's see. Hey, Clary Berry, how you doing? Let's see. How did I get in touch with you? Let's see. Diagnosed at 45 now, 60 years young, carnivore for 1 year, 30 pounds, felt so good, but lost my dad and went off carnivore. Get back on it, my friend. 315 You can text me or instant message me, by the way, right on my Instagram, and I'll respond. Put your cell number, and I can respond. Mine is 315-416-9872. Antidepressants are deadly. They come from plants. That's the craziness, right? Let's see. Hard time swallowing gummies. Listen, do the best you can with what you're doing. Again, if you eat fatty meat and organ meats, you probably don't need the supplements. Stay away from plants. They're deadly. Need hysteroscopy. I had one less a year ago, start my cycle in January. You don't need them constantly. Again, once, maybe enough, but maybe yearly. I don't know. We sometimes do too much in this modern fertility world. Hessam from Egypt, how are you doing? Welcome. A great, amazing day around this beautiful earth. We're spinning and we're spinning, right? We're like this, the moons, and we're all going around and round and round. Let's see. Ashley, good morning. Vitamin minerals do you suggest to improve egg quality? Look at our molecular fertility, ovarian bloom, the peak prenatals. You might even do a little bit of DHEA, 25 milligrams, get a little bit of extra male testosterone in you. But number one, steak, burgers, butter. Steak, burgers, butter. And don't forget put the salt, lots of salt. Boring man boy, good morning. Thanks. Let's see. Luke, thank you. I enjoyed it. The hats are coming, by the way. And have you been up in the plane? I went down to, where'd I go? I went to Florida recently. Great flight. Our one embryo split, identical twins, still early. When does the chance of miscarriage go down? After about, as long as they're in separate sacs, or at least there's a separating membrane, it's better. But at 8 to 12 weeks, how can we address loose skin? Lost 60 pounds, age 45 years young. Fasting, autophagy, absolutely. Fasting is lasting. And again, you want to get out in the sunlight, you want to eat the fat, and you want to love the skin you have, right? We all have a little bit of extra loose skin. All of our different, right? Depends how much fat, how much you're losing, but it soaks in. Go to Bella's Tribe, Bella Steak and Butter Gang. Great resources there. Can help you out on that also. JN, let's see. Ding. So salad is deadly. Salad is deadly. Berries are deadly. Salad berries are deadly. But yeah, unfortunately, I call it nature's toilet paper, and it's dirty. Sauna is frying my sperm, but let's see. But I have to get these oxalates out. Low fat, more plant-based diet is the worst. Oh, absolutely. Don't do it. Fruits, fiber, vegetables, seeds, nuts of any significance or frequency. That's why I say no to honey and no to fruit, right? That's it. Let's see. Salad did. Address loose skin, lost 60 pounds. Well, again, it's going to take time, but you got to help. Again, when you put the fat back in, it reduces inflammation and allows the fibers to reconnect and strengthen. That skin's going to come back in most cases. That's the amazing part. Being a fertility specialist, let's see. What got you interested? Well, I worked with Dr. Klooster in California, Kaiser at Roseville, 1990 and 91. That got me interested. But as an OBGYN, I love to learn new things. Absolutely. Advice for those with endometriosis that are struggling to conceive. Stop struggling and straighten out the road. Check out my book, The Fertile Secret, the Fertile Spirit, and Fertile Feast, and look at my website, drkiltz.com and CNY Fertility. Lots there. Never give up. And again, struggling is strengthening, but you're listening and learning. Again, you can go to Amazon and you could buy the CNY Family Building Guide or Kiltz's Keto Guide. I got it here somewhere. And I got it somewhere here. The Keto Guide, the Carnivore Guide's coming, and you have to go to drkiltz.com if you want to get the Keto for Fertility cookbook. But all these things, I think, help tremendously. Good morning, North Carolina. My transfer Wednesday at Syracuse with you. Any tips after transfer? Visualize the baby. Stay keto carnivore, 1 meal a day. Add more butter, bacon, eggs, cream. That's it. And stay on your medications for sure. And once you're pregnant, stay on your medications for sure. Let's see. Chris Bronco, good morning. Recently diagnosed with Meniere's disease, ear problems. I was told to cut back on salt. Redmond salt, best. And go carnivore, more fat, and eliminate the plants. Get a really good check on that, by the way. I've been carnivore 10 months. We're cutting back on salt. That would be unusual. But listen, even on carnivore, you're going to get some of these diseases. This isn't like an all or none. We're still at risk of the same diseases because of chronic inflammation. Make sure you get a really good ear exam. You might try a course of antibiotics, antifungal, antiviral. That might help a lot. And lots of baby dust, right? Praying every day. Let's see. Treat minor to moderate endometriosis before transfer. Justine, I recommend it. I think endo. I've done a ton of laparoscopies. You remove the endo and voila, someone's pregnant and they stay pregnant. So, and keto carnivore, 1 meal a day is the very best way. And when you're pregnant, do it. Don't change it up. Look at my good friend Ken Berry, Sean Baker, Anthony Chafee, Bella, Judy Cho, so many amazing. Look on drkiltz.com. And we have some really great new podcasts coming out to share these words while you're on the road. Let's see. When we're thumbs up, I'm off coffee for 4+ months, but a little bit of coffee, a little bit of tea, rarely a little bit of alcohol. And heroin, cocaine, marijuana, and cyanide is not good for us, right? 4G glucose in blood, but they tell us to eat more carbs. Does that make any sense? We have zero requirement for carbohydrates. I call carbohydrates carbocaine, right? It's carbo dead. It's deadly. Cyanide. Let's see. We have 16 grams sodium in blood, but they tell us to minimize. Yes. Again, more salt, no carbs, add the fat. And don't forget, if it's Snake River hamburger or Snake River Idaho steak, and always, always, always put the butter on it. All right. I've got one thing to show you real quick. It's my new, let's see if I can show you guys my cooking craziness. Give me a second. My new black pearl. This is my new black pearl. Let's see. It's a little too hot to open it up, but I'm doing my pork belly. Let's see if I can show my pork belly. It's cooking really nice. It's been in there probably around 2 hours at 200. We'll let it go a little bit longer. But black pearl, you can go to Dr. Kiltz and see a link to this. This is why bacon makes babies all the time, right? Let's see. Parminder, good morning. My pleasure, by the way, for all you do. But I'm a fertility doctor, nutrition, immunology, a surgeon. I did a year of internal medicine. I loved it, but I learned that I was a drug writer, right? And I knew I wanted to do something different. It only took me about 55 years for me to go carnivore and share this. Hi, Andre, good morning. Vinny Kerr, how you doing, my friend? A great day in the universe. Diagnosed Meniere's, we got that. West Des Moines, Iowa. Keto book is really great. Thank you. Kiltz is carnivore. Kiltz's keto is carnivore. It's just almost out the door. We're just adding a few more little things. I could probably keep on doing it and never get it out, but we'll put it out and we'll go from there, right? Facing destiny every day, right? Appetite after transfer. That's okay. Remember, fasting is lasting. If you can do a 3 to 5 day fast, oh my God, you are so fertily fantastic. And the more you fast, the more autophagy, your cells are cleaning up all the dead stuff, right? They're mopping it up and kneading it up, making sure everything's shiny and clean. By not eating for 1, 2, 3 days, game changer. Let's see. Add sugar while eating your meat. No. very little histamine issues, too much protein. See, protein poisoning and rabbit starvation. Take a look, my friends. It's right on my website, drkiltz.com. Tell your friends and family of all ages to be the healthiest. You want to go from the milk from the breast to meat off the bone. That's where it's at. We want to eat the meat off the bone. That's what I love, right? Friends and family won't listen to anything I have to say about keto or carnivore. They're listening, but remember, they want to argue, but just don't say anything back. Keep on sharing, but you can just simply be silent. And your example is going to change the universe. I did a really great interview with Alex Rhodes. So many people really sharing the way, right? 35 Kiltz diet, PCOS, adenomyosis with its best success. Let's see, 35 adenomyosis with what is best for success. You might do month 2 or 3 of Oralissa, Myfimbri, Lupron, to name a few. They can help, and also antimicrobial, antifungal, antiviral, and carnivore. Change the day, right? Let's see, it's got just, oh my God, you're right. Oh my God, you're right. I'm so crazy in this, right? Be good sugar, good for human. Got to be good sugar. There's no such thing as good sugar. Good sugar is bad sugar. All sugar is bad, but a little bit from time to time may help. Was on keto and had TIA, and doc said my LDL was too high. Now I'm carnivore. Carnivore is, listen, keto is just an entryway. It's like, okay, do I have the carnivore window yet? There you are in first class, right? The mighty first class is the meat class, right? Do you apply embryo glue? Is it all transfers, by the way? Making fertility affordable always. We may be doing a slight increase in prices in January just because it's been so challenging, but we're really working diligently, and we're going to make more packets. If you buy 3 cycles, you got to pay up front. It's going to help you get that next one. What would you recommend to someone over 40 and only 1 fallopian tube, PCOS, and diabetes to boot, chance of getting pregnant naturally? IVF, 1 success out of 3 transfers previously. Well, you got to imagine it's 100%, Rochelle. I'm having a baby. I know it. But carnivore keto, 1 meal a day, cures so much, opens tubes in many cases. That's what helps it. Absolutely. We're working with many OBGYNs in Minnesota. We're going to work with your OBGYN to basically have a CNY fertile site everywhere so you can get the very best affordable care. All right. People travel to upstate New York, Colorado Springs. We're opening up in Sarasota, but getting IVF, hopefully there by March or April. We're hiring embryologists, nurses, front and back office staff, cleaning staff, everyone. We need you to help make it the very best. Second transfer, what can I do to make sure baby sticks? I have faith and trusting God. Your office in Buffalo will work with God in this for sure. PRP, Neupogen, HCG washes, HCG Neupogen boosters, prednisone 10 twice a day, Lovenox 30 to 40 twice a day, and ask about IVIG. And carnivore keto, 1 meal a day. That is absolutely the home run. That's it. Iowa to Syracuse. We're working to get some location out there for you in some way for sure, right? Let's see. Dinga, Monster, carnivore for hypertension, diabetes, liver, lung, kidney disease, migraines, dementia, depression, ALS, MS, Parkinson's, eczema, psoriasis, arthritis, depression, anxiety, all of it. Some pregnant women have pica, keeps craving weird things, chew on. You want to get more salt, more Redmond's mineral salt. That's what you want. And more bone broth and bone marrow. That'll help tremendously. Thanks for joining me today. Another interesting, amazing day. I'm home doing some homework. I'm doing making some pork belly. I made some bone broth, and I'm dry aging some of my Snake River ribeye. LDN reacted to it. I woke up with swollen lips. Yes, listen, everyone's allergic to something. You just may not know what it is. So LDN, forget it. but just check to make sure there isn't anything else that you might be allergic to. Normal to see them after 5 days. Is it normal to cry after, oh my God, we're humans, we're all emotional. It's so normal to cry, to be sad, to mad, to yell and scream some days. Sometimes you need someone to just hold you, love you, and listen to you, right? Honey, please, let me just scream and yell a little bit. That's it. My pleasure, Christine. Thank you, Jen. Let's see. Guy, good morning. Carnivore help with everything. All right. I love everyone. Look out, drkiltz.com. Check out Kiltz's Mighty Tribe and check out, cnyfertility.com. We're in Syracuse, Albany, Rochester, Buffalo, Colorado Springs, Sarasota, Florida, Atlanta, Monroe, Georgia, Montreal. We work with Dr. Faruqi and and Dr. Ivanov in Philadelphia. All right. I know I didn't get everyone today. I should probably make this a 3-hour live, and I should make sure I go one question at a time. That's it, right? Iowa, I'll be there tomorrow. All right, everyone. God bless.